Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Woo, Balancer, and Compound. If you didn't see the last video, I am combining cryptocurrencies into the Would I Buy series from 100 to 1000. And so this is installment 104 to 106, taking a look at Woo, Balancer, and Compound. And if you like this content, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section. As always, you can see a link to the entire Would I Buy playlist in the description of this video. But let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's start out with Woo. Would I buy Woo in the bear market? I will say this. I like what I'm seeing. I live in a country, unfortunately, where I am not able to take advantage of the benefits of Woo. It is a decentralized, they have decentralized and centralized exchange, zero fees, deep liquidity, powerful tools, all that stuff. This looks good. And you got to think about this in the sense that there is a hole to fill, and Woo can certainly fill that hole. And what I mean by that is simply, look, I mean, we have lost several different exchanges. There are some that have survived. I mean, if you remember Forrest Gump, I'm going to say Forrest Gump, for example, during that big storm in Forrest Gump, when he and Lieutenant Dan were sailing throughout the storm and didn't crash, and every other boat got damaged, and they were the only ones left, and they hunted shrimp. And after that storm, the shrimp just came piling in to the point where Bubba Gump was created, and Forrest Gump became a multimillionaire, and Lieutenant Dan as well. Woo, that may not exactly be what happens with Woo. There are other platforms that still exist, but Woo, KuCoin, Binance, Crypto.com, things like that, they're going to eat up some of that pie that has been taken away. There's that hole there that needs to be filled. Woo can certainly do that, and it has a small enough market cap that this is one that I would say is worth taking a look at for sure. Looking at the chart here, launched in, saw its first euphoria phase in 2021. And I didn't really hear many people talk about this, but, in November of 2020, it was at 3 cents, got all the way up to $1.67, probably wicked up to $1.80, $2, something like that. It is right back down to 23 cents. Currently, it is down less than 90%, which I do kind of see. Like if there's something that I believe can put in a higher high next cycle, the further it goes down, the better. This is down about typically what you would expect for most cryptocurrencies. There really isn't much when it comes to their tokenomics as of now that I'm concerned about. And I do want to emphasize very much so as of now, because if you look at Woo on Misario, their circulating supply, what I'm seeing here is something that I would say is a huge red flag. And I mean, let's just click real quick and see the difference between the price and the market cap. I mean, you can see, the market cap looks much more healthy than the price. And that's because the supply has just been increasing. But yeah, if that was going to remain, we see a huge vesting release here. If it was going to remain to be like that, I would say no, stay away, just forget about this cryptocurrency, move on. But they're working on things to ensure that not only will their tokenomics improve, but that they will not suffer the same fate as Luna and FTT. And they do reference Luna and FTT in this article here. So over the first half of 2023, Woo Network will roll out a series of improvements to Woo tokenomics. That's exactly what I want to see. First part will focus on addressing existing issues while making token distribution more transparent. So they, over 2023, have and will continue to burn 705 million Woo tokens to things that don't exist anymore, in particular Woo Ventures and the insurance fund. And so you can see throughout this article, 147 million from Woo Ventures that's going to be burned, and then the network, the insurance fund, 298 million. And you can see a chart. Here's where we're going to be going with Woo, is 73% in circulation and 27% locked. There's going to be very little of the supply that's going to be increasing after 2023. And so you have us prepared for the 2024 halving, 2025, in my opinion, bull market. Then we'll see what Woo can do, but I could see it doing very well. And so good. You know, if I made this video 6 months ago, I'd been like, no way, no way. But now that I'm seeing that they're actually taking steps to improve what I would have said were major red flags, then I'm all for it. Now, next, I do want, in my intention in these videos is to spend most of my time on one cryptocurrency and then just give general summaries of the other two. Compound, I have already talked about on this channel. It is something that I'm very interested in buying in the bear market. Compound is a decentralized lending platform. It is very much like Aave, but there is a lot more that they are working on with Compound to make it more attractive. They're trying to build much more of a platform than just their lending. If you don't know the tax benefits of crypto lending, you've got to look into both Aave and Compound, because this is a large part of my game plan. I got slammed by taxes in 2021, which I'm sure a lot of you did too. And that could have been avoided if at a certain point in time, I transferred some assets to Compound and Aave and took out a loan and did not have to pay taxes on that loan. And what would have happened? Let's say, I at one point had 40 ETH. I don't have 40 ETH anymore, but at one point I did. If I transferred that to Compound when ETH was at $4,000 a coin, the loan would have gotten liquidated at something like $3,200 a coin, and I would not have had to pay that money back. And I essentially would have sold at $3,200, so that's just something to keep in mind. That is a very crude summary of what would happen. You've got to look into it though. But it's essentially, if it gets liquidated, it's like selling the crypto, but not having to pay taxes on it. Like, I'm all for that. Now, Compound, I do believe, is going to put in a higher high next cycle. There isn't much with the tokenomics that I'm concerned about looking at their, I already did look at their tokenomics, looking at their circulating supply versus their max supply. Yeah, I mean, 3 million comp, less than 3 million comp still need to be released, and that's fine. That's pretty standard for cryptocurrencies as old as Compound is. You're not seeing much of a difference in the price versus the market cap, which is something I want to see. What else about Compound? I think, for when I did the video on Aave, I said no. And the reason why I said no is because Aave, in my opinion, is a finished product. We know what Aave is going to be, and that's perfectly fine. But Compound still has a little bit of way to go, and I do believe that in terms of market cap, that it's going to catch up. It may not catch up entirely, but it is going to catch up somewhat to Aave over the coming years. And so I would recommend looking at this article, just Aave versus Compound head-to-head comparison. If you just do a Google search, you can find the DeFipedia article. Aave has an advantage where they do flash loans. Both of these loans, by the way, are non-KYC. So, you deposit the funds, you get the loan. If you don't know how that works, your collateral has to be greater than the loan, and which makes sense if you look into it. So anyway, but Aave versus Compound head-to-head comparison. I did say I am not planning on buying Aave in the bear market because, again, it is more of a finished product. I don't think Compound is as much a finished product right now. That means it has a lot more potential to the upside. So Compound is a yes, Woo is a yes, Balancer is a no. And it mostly has to do with the tokenomics. Balancer, what you're going to find with Balancer is a typical DeFi platform. You can see I got to the website here with their pools. And I'm actually, so if you were to go to PancakeSwap and compare this PancakeSwap, on PancakeSwap they call this farms, and they call pools just staking. This is pools, but it's like PancakeSwap's farms. And you can actually see, I'm pretty pleasantly surprised by the return that you can get on some of these cryptocurrencies. For bear market levels, I mean, I would say that getting a 9 to 21.2% return on any cryptocurrency is just that's pretty good. And so, in a bull market, you're going to see these insane percentages, whatever. But in a bear market, I'm impressed by that. But looking at their tokenomics, I mean, let me go to Masario real quick. You can see here, this is pretty scary if you ask me. Under 20 million, that might actually be closer to 10 million less than a year ago with their supply, a huge vesting schedule release, and then a pretty steady climb since then. We're up to almost 40 million as of the day that I'm making this video. So the supply has almost quadrupled in 1 year. That's insane. I don't understand, looking at this chart, how that happened, considering the fact that you can see from 2022 until 2050, you can see their supply release. But looking at it, it's an aggressive supply release. I mean, 2022, 46 million, 2023, 54 million, 2024, 2025. So a jump from 43 million to 66 million. That's more than I am interested in. That's too much for if you're looking to buy low and sell high. Now, maybe next time around, you want to get this in 2028, 2029, it may be at a better position. But even let's look at the price here. Look at the price in comparison to the market cap chart here. You're going to see something far different. And so, man, we are almost, even though the price is down, what is that? It's down more than 90%. The price is down more than 90% from its all-time high, and yet the market cap is almost back to all-time high levels. This isn't getting anywhere near its previous all-time high. It's not going to come close to that. If I could offer some kind of price prediction for this cryptocurrency, I don't know what to say. Maybe like $30. I'd be surprised if we saw this get up to half of its all-time high. This is a hard no for me. You've got to pay attention. Just keep going back and forth on coinmarketcap.com between price and market cap, and that's what you're going to find. And so, no, absolutely not will I be buying Balancer. But all right, so Woo is a yes, Compound is a strong yes, and Balancer is a no. That's all I have for today. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Will you be buying any of those cryptocurrencies in the bear market or not? Let me know your case for each one. Otherwise, I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.